So today I get to review the Diono Rainier car seat. I am so excited that I got to review this because we were in desperate need of a new car seat. And just in time, I was able to review this. So I actually had a choice between the Rainier or the Radian RXT, and I chose the Rainier. And I will tell you later specifically why I chose it instead. Some first impressions. Let's do that. First impressions of when I took it out of the box. It's ginormous. It weighs so much. It's like 30 pounds. It has a steel frame. Like, this thing is like a tank. It's huge. It is sturdy. Like, I opened it up and was like, okay, this is like the Cadillac of car seats here. This thing is awesome. And like instantly my son was crawling in it and wanted to sit on it. And was really excited about it. I love the material that I picked. I don't know if you can see the, wrong one. I don't know if you could see the, there you go, the lines. There's like white lines on it, and it's like the silvery black, and then you've got the black there. I really love the material that I chose. We almost chose the blue, but I thought, since this sucker is going to last 12 years, yes, 12 years, I better pick a color that I'm going to like for sure 12 years from now. I could not find this infant toddler cushion. I was like, oh my gosh, it's not in the box. I'm going to have to contact them and get this thing because my son at the time was still small enough. He needed it. He still needs it. And I couldn't find it. Well, it was underneath. So let me get to now my first impressions about what I saw underneath the car seat. Because when you first get the car seat, it's folded in half. So that's like the first thing that you see. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, so one of my first impressions when opening it was the EPS foam that's on the inside. This is also in the headrest area, it's in the back area, it's in this under area, and this is what is this shock absorbing foam. You could hear it. It sounds like a styrofoam. It's like a really compact styrofoam. My only concern is that when traveling with this or moving it around, that this would get like chunks taken out of it. Like, even just with my fingernail, I can make indentations. It's, you know, it's a little flaking off right there just from when I first opened it and took it out of the box. So just be careful. This under seat area, which here, why don't I zoom out so that you can see where I'm looking at here. This is the car seat and it's folded up. This is how it comes in the box. The infant insert that I was talking about that I couldn't find was underneath here in this section. So you will see whatever color your car seat is that you picked out, you will see that material sitting underneath here in like an upside down warning label. That is your infant body cushion that you want to take out. So it is there. It's just really hard to find. Okay, so then once I found the insert, very happy about that. So it comes with that body cushion, and then there's also a headrest. You can fit a baby that is as little as 5 pounds in this thing. That is a tiny, tiny, tiny baby sitting in this tank of a car seat. So you can fit a very small baby in here, which is awesome. So you get that cushion, you get this body cushion, you get a cup. There's 4 areas that you could fit it in, and so not only is it just for where it's more comfortable for you to put it, but also for multiples, so you can have up to 4, so they can have their juice, their toys, their crayons, their play phone, whatever. You'll have lots of cups for all their little doodads and thingamabobs. What else comes with it is this second set of harnesses. The one that's in here now goes up to, I believe, 65 pounds. That's for, it's shorter, so it's for smaller kids. And then this second one that comes with it says to use for children over 65 pounds. So it's a larger harness, a longer harness that is, to accommodate for their growth. Okay, so let's talk about some of the cool specifications of this sucker. It has a 12-year expiration date. The Radian has a 10-year, so that's one reason why I chose this, because Tenor is our first child, and we know we'll be having more. And I want this thing to last him the rest of his car seat life. I do not want to have to get another one. So we could have actually got this as our first car seat, but we wanted one that had a handle that we could travel around with and carry with us. But it's really neat that this can last from 5 pounds to 120, because it is a rear-facing car seat, and then it's a front-facing car seat with the harness still, and then it can turn into a booster. So this is like a lifelong car seat. It's potentially the only one you would ever need. One of the things that this has that the Radian RXT did not is this extra side impact safety up on the top. Now, it does affect the width of the car seat by like 6 inches. The Radian, the Radian, I believe, is 17 inches wide on top, and this is 23. So with the Radian, you're able to fit 3 across in the back seat of your car, including smaller vehicles, most likely. With the Rainier, you can in larger SUVs, but you would not be able to in smaller cars. So if you're looking to fit 3 of these things in your car, you would want to stick with the Radian RXT. But we have an SUV, and I'm pretty sure we'd be able to fit 3 of these in the back of ours, so I chose the Rainier because of the extra 2 years on the expiration. Now, that is a little tricky though, because that's only on the booster. Your harnessed car seat expiration is in 8 years, so it's still longer than your average car seat, which is usually like 5 to 7 years. But then you're able to continue this use as a booster, and you don't have to buy an additional car seat. And so in the car seat harnessed, 8-year expiration. Out of the harness as a booster, 12-year expiration. So that's really cool. So as far as the weight limits go, and I'm going to read this here on my handy dandy cell phone. Rear facing 5 to 50 pounds. Forward facing 20 to 90. Up to 90 pounds in the harness. Like, that's really cool. That's another thing. The Radian went up to 80. So you're getting an additional 10 pounds. And then also for the rear facing, I believe it only goes up to 40 or 45 pounds. So you're getting an extra 5 pounds for rear facing. Now, the height limit is still the same. So you're getting a larger weight limit, but not a larger height limit. So if you have a tall child, you may not get that extra time of use in rear facing. But if you have just a heavier child, then it's a good purchase then you're getting more for your money, because it'll accommodate their weight for a longer time. And the booster is 50 to 120 pounds. So that's a really big kid. And I forget the height. I think it's like 53 inches. Like, that's an adult. Short adult, but an adult. Okay, so then you have 5 shoulder strap adjustments and 3 in between the leg adjustments for the buckle straps. So you have a lot of adjusting leeway there to make it as comfortable for your child as possible. It also has this head rest thingy here, which is great. My son, I always find him when he's sleeping resting his head against those, so he looks nice and comfy. It is adjustable. It says it has 12 adjustments. It's at the lowest setting right now. As far as it having 12, I couldn't tell you if it does or not, because it doesn't like click into the adjustments. It's just kind of like sliding back there, and you can kind of feel it hitting like foam and stuff when you move it. So as far as it having 12, I don't feel a literal like 12 notches, but it moves quite far actually, like from here to all the way up to the top. It has these shoulder pad strappy thingies where you can take those off if they seem to not work well with your child. You don't have to have those on. I like those on. It seems to add some extra padding and just comfiness for Tenor. As far as the harness goes and tightening it, I had read reviews before I purchased it about people having trouble with it and not being able to get it tight enough. So right away, I was like, okay, we got to figure this out. What is this issue people are talking about? And I think what the problem is that you're so used to just yanking on the strap to tighten it, and people don't realize that this is a ratcheting system. So there's this little like ratchet system in here so that you're not having to, like on our old car seat, you pressed a button and then you just yanked on it until it was tight. With this, you don't need to touch that. You simply just pull and release until it's done. So it'll click like that until it's fully tightened. Now, because there's not a child in it, then it just pulled right out. But when your child is in it and you pull, you can feel there's a click, 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 click. So you want to pull and let go. And that really solved our problem with it not being tight enough, because when you're just yanking, it's not allowing that ratchet system to take hold of that belt. So that's how you want to do it. As far as installation goes, it was really easy. I'm not actually going to show you that though. I will put a link to another YouTuber's video that I found helpful when I was installing it, because otherwise this video is going to be really long if I go over installation. But I will show you their cool latch system where you have got these nifty stapler looking latches that you press the red button to release it, and then you just find that latch hook under your seat if you're using the latch system, and you hear the click. You just push it on there and it locks on. So I like that much better than our old car seat, which had these weird hooks that you had to press and finagle and try and get on there, and you're like sweating and losing your motivation to install the car seat because you're having such a hard time. So I love these new heavy duty latch systems. I think it's called Super Latch System. So I love it. It's awesome. For rear facing, there is a tether in the back that hooks down onto a tether that you put on your floor, which is in the directions you'll see in the other video. So that's how the car seat doesn't move on the top section, in case you were wondering. So there's some other accessories I was sent to review, and that was their carrying straps. I was actually sent 2 of them. It's nice and wide, has this nice shoulder pad that's cushioned. You can carry this with you either as one strap on your shoulder, or you can actually turn it into a backpack. It is FAA certified, which means you can travel with this on an airplane. So if I was going on an airplane with this sucker weighing 30 pounds or like 32 pounds, I forget exactly, but it's up there, I would want the 2 straps so that you could have it on your back while going through the airport, and then once you're wherever you're going to, be able to carry it around with you. So that's really great that you can buy those straps to accommodate for travel like that. I also received this foam cushion. I forget what exactly it's called. It's the angle adjuster. There we go. This is so that when it's behind the passenger or driver seat, you can get an additional about 4 inches of room for that seat to be able to move back. When this was behind my passenger seat, I could hardly even sit in the seat comfortably or safely, for that matter, to even sit in it. So we tried that out, and it definitely gave me plenty of space to sit there. This sucker takes up a lot of space rear facing. My son's only 18 months old, so he'll be rear facing for quite a while yet. We ended up moving it to the center seat and took the angle adjuster out, and in our car it fits perfectly where we can actually move both the passenger and the driver's seat back as far as we want with it in the middle. This fits in between our 2 front seats, so if you're able to put it in the middle section of your back seat, then I would recommend doing that, because then you wouldn't need the angle adjuster necessarily, and you get more space, more room for other passengers and everything like that. So if we needed it behind our passenger seat, we need that angle adjuster. There is no way I could survive sitting in the front seat without that extra space, because I was like scrunched up, feeling suffocated and claustrophobic in the front seat without it. So that made a huge difference putting that in. So I think that about sums it up. I've been talking so long now, I have lost my sunlight. Hopefully it was detailed enough that it could help you make a decision on your car seat purchase. We're very happy with this. My son's happy with it. He's comfortable. He doesn't scream in the back seat. So I would definitely recommend the Diono Rainier. We're very happy with it, and I think you will be too. If you have any comments or questions, please comment below. I will put some links in the description that'll link to their website for additional information on their car seat and all the specifications that I talked about, and also a link to the YouTube video on the installation that helped me out. So go down there to look for that. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.